Okay, well, I met Davis almost 25 years ago. He came by, he was, trying to get business and came into the office. And the first thing you know about Davis, he's a big guy, but the first thing you know, he has a very big heart.
I first met Davis related to Little League sports. We're both big sports fans, and in this case it was baseball. One of my nephews, Jeff, played with Shelby, and he had a little brother that Davis always seemed to take care of or play catch with during practice and things like that. So then I was fortunate enough to coach Chase, his youngest son, and so that's kind of how we began our friendship, was through Little League baseball.
And one thing you learn about Davis is he's a man of high integrity. Davis, when he gives you a product, you know it's going to be exactly what he says. We had quite a bit in common. We're both from small towns, and Davis had 3 sons and I had 3 sons, so after the business conversation, it would usually, we'd start talking about our boys and activities and things that boys like to do, so we had that in common. And one of the things that you'll learn about Davis, he's a giver. He loves to give. Again, he has a very big heart. And one of Davis's favorite times, I think, is Christmas. Every Christmas, he's always going to bring a gift by and have a big smile on his face. And Beverly and I were in the house, and Beverly said, "There's a big limo pulling in front of the house." I start walking out the house, and Davis gets out, and he's dressed in a Santa suit, and then he has an Elvis impersonator. And so that was always a big laugh that we remember about Davis.
Well, my heart just sank. I don't know as a parent how you deal with that. Fortunately, I've not had to, but just pain, just heartache, just hard to comprehend, and thinking about a great young man and a future that was lost.
And there's a certain code in the oil field and a certain code among men. It's a tough environment. It's 24/7. So, men, for some reason, they're not really, expected to cry. And so one of the things that, Davis could do, we trusted each other, and Davis could cry with me. Crying with someone, it's more healing than crying alone. With this, there's still the responsibility of being a husband. There's still the responsibility of being a father to his other 2 sons.
I've got Davis's number. I called him up and I just started talking to him about, what is this award about and everything. And I said, could you please type it up? So I could read it and kind of get some thoughts and maybe make some notes. And so he sent me an email, and I just remember reading that email and how moved I was by this email and the things that he described Shelby and the things that this award meant to him and what this award is about. It's not about talent. It's not about being the superstar of the team. It's about how the player affects these other people. and his teammates, his coaches, what kind of leader they are. And it just always stuck with me, and it really kind of moved me to kind of grasp what this award meant to Davis and just in general, and what these players represent. And to this day, at the banquet, when I'm describing, the award and what it means and all that, I still have that exact email and that copy of that email that I printed out 7 years ago, and I read it and I use that to describe what the award is about.
I think a testament to the man that Davis is, if you look in the scholarship fund, you look at the, hundreds of people that give, not only in the state, but also out of state, and continue to give every year to the fund. Davis took this loss, and he just has an unwavering commitment to serve others and benefit others. He has a big heart, and he's used this loss to influence young people in a very, very positive way.
Two players kind of stand out to me. One is his name is Connor McElveen. It was after my second year as head coach, and we as coaches got together and we decided we're going to give it to him. He was a great kid, played through most of the season with a big cast on his hand, and he was a receiver, and that's kind of tough to catch the ball when you got a big cast on your hand. But just a great kid, and I still remember to this day, at the banquet, his parents just happened to be right in front of me, and they were just kind of in my line of vision. And I can remember talking about the award and everything, and kind of seeing him. So when I give out the award and I announce his name, I can remember seeing his mom just bursting into tears, and his dad right next to him just, going, like holding his head in his hands like he couldn't believe it, because they were going to be able to send Connor to college.
Shelby was a very good athlete. He may not have been the best on the team, but he had more heart than any of those kids. So he was, I would say, an overachiever, made things happen, and it was just kind of fun to see that passion. And I know that Davis enjoyed that as well.
Shelby can be a role model. Shelby can be somebody who I can point to as a head coach, as this is a tragic situation, and this is how you can make a tragic situation into a great situation, really turn it around. And I can use that as an example to my players. And that's what I always try to do with Mr. Hudson and Shelby's scholarship. The loss that he feels and the way that he was able to make it better. And so, yes, that's something we talk about a lot. And again, as a coach, it's always great to have examples to use to your players, so they can really truly see it and wrap their hands around it, wrap their minds around a real situation that they deal with and that they see.
It's just great to see Shelby's memory alive. It's great to see that tradition carry on, and it's great to see the way that it helps young men that are deserving and that probably need it as well.
Generous, compassionate, and positive. And I tell you what, if somebody said I hope people think that I have that kind of personality as well, because I don't think it gets any better than that.
But Davis, it's always about others, always about others, always about serving others. Again, just a big man with a big heart.